Let's do some Top That Trade, starring Alan Knuckman, the Chief Market Strategist for BullseyeOption.com, and Phil Flynn, a Fox Business News contributor, here for our Trader Game. Round number one, guys, mucky bottom. The S&P keeps sinking, and it's actually having an unwind decline of around 14%. Tell us what you think, because the past 32 of 42 years have ended positive for the market. So maybe this market doesn't look as bad as it would seem.
That is true. I'm always an optimist. I've been disappointed because it's turned into a sell the rally type market. Again, it's only May. We've been made the new highs in January, but there are a lot of positives except for price. We've got earnings and revenues that beat. We've got margins that are very strong for corporations. And stock prices are extremely cheap right now. The price to earnings ratio is down to 17 at the 10-year average. So there's also lower volatility, even though we continue to make new lows. So these are all positives except for the price.
I would agree. I think that there are some wonderful opportunities in the market for names that you wanted to own, but you couldn't afford. This is the time to start looking at that. That's it. And it depends on your time frame. For traders, I could argue that, this has been some of the greatest short selling trades that you've had in some time, right?
Round number two, growing pains. There's record high fertilizer prices making commodity prices more expensive. So pick your favorite stock to grow.
Did you know that bat fertilizer is very popular with vegetables right now? I had no idea, right? A lot of times people say, I'm full of fertilizer, so I'm going to get on to it. Listen, the fertilizer shortage is real. President Biden is addressing this, and they're doing everything they can to increase the domestic production of fertilizer. The USDA is going to throw a lot of money at it. That means that these fertilizer stocks are going to get a big boost. One of the ones that I like is Mosaic, MOS. It's MOS, it's like moss, right? It looks like fertilizer. The other one that I like was, what the heck was it? Anyway, it slipped my mind. So we're just going to go with moss right now. Besides, I only got 60 seconds. Who cares, right?
All right. The good news about this fertilizer sector, the prices have fallen as far as these individual stocks, and the PE ratios are down near single digits. The Mosaic that you just talked about has a PE ratio of 8. It had traded between 40 and 80. It's about the halfway point right now at 60. Nutrien is PE at 10. Between 60 and 120, it's right at the halfway point at 90. So you also have CF Industries and Scott's Miracle-Gro. They're both right on the 10 PE. So these stocks are cheaper than the market itself.
Round number three, spring, fall. Hundreds of stocks within the S&P 500 have now fallen 40% from the high. Which one is a buy?
Well, looking at the S&P 1500, we see about 500 of those stocks are down 40% from their highs. Again, they had a big run. Some of those high-flying stocks were outperforming the market itself by about 50%. The one stock that I like that's fallen, and we were talking about fertilizer, where do I get my fertilizer? I get it at Home Depot. Home Depot traded between 200 and 400 over the last 5 years. Right now, it's about the midpoint around the 300 level. So I think Home Depot is going to grow.
I think you remember the end of 2001 Space Odyssey, the computer's name was HAL. So I like that stock, Halliburton. I'm telling you what, because we passed 2001, but we're having an energy odyssey right now, and we're going to need an energy revolution right now to keep up with demand in the near term. I think everybody realizes that. Halliburton is an oil service company. It's getting really beaten up, but they're going to start printing cash very quickly. So I really like this. I think it's undervalued. Time to get in, Hal. Hal's your buddy.
And high energy prices are a positive sign. So again, more positives except for price.
Here's your bonus round question for today. Apple is no longer the most valuable company in the world because it's fallen 20%. So which stock is taking Apple's place as the new MVP?
Saudi Aramco. Thank you. Saudi Aramco. There it is.
There you go. There you go. And it was interesting to see how they've converged and diverged over the last couple of years. So, Apple was worth $3 trillion at one time. It's back down to $2 trillion. So,
you know, the scary part about Saudi Aramco, only part of that company's public. So can you imagine what it would be worth if the entire company went public? Wow.
Just a little bit is public.
Saudi Aramco is a correct answer. Once again, big oil wins, and so do Alan and Phil this week. A couple of winner chicken dinners coming your way. Thanks, guys. Business First AM will be right back.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.